Harper is suing MSP, alleging she was subjected to racism, sexism, and harassment over her 25-year career.
Attorneys for Sarah Krebs filing the lawsuit in U.S. District Court in Detroit. And Fox News' Hillary Goldstein spoke with the former officer's attorney. She joins us now live with more on this. And Hillary, is she saying this went on the whole time during her career?
So she is saying that it popped up, especially after Lieutenant Colonel Grady took over. You know that there was a change in leadership not that long ago at Michigan State Police. And her claim is that she took this all the way to the top, and that some of the outspoken comments that she had about what she believed were misconduct, retaliation, discrimination, that she basically was then put in the spotlight in a very unfavorable way. I want you to take a listen to just a little bit of an interview that we did with her earlier this year.
They didn't know where to turn.
And that's us talking with Krebs at an MSP event, again, not that long ago. She was on the force approximately 25 years. The allegations, according to her, point to a widespread pattern of discrimination, retaliation, harassment within the department. Krebs says after she voiced these concerns about racially biased hiring and what she describes as a toxic workplace culture, her authority was then stripped away. She was removed from leadership roles and later became the focus of retaliatory internal investigations.
You still have to do what's right? And you can't hold out a position for this person that didn't qualify.
Are the problems that Krebs are alleging still extant within Michigan State Police, and is it affecting their ability to keep people safe?
No, I don't think it affects the people to stay safe in our state. I will say, though, that there's been an outpouring of support. I will say that there's been a question about morale, and you'll see it. You report on it. You've seen the morale within the Michigan State Police.
Now, I reached out to MSP. They tell me, quote, all state departments are required to follow civil service rules and federal law when it comes to hiring practices. The allegation regarding the selection process for the training division commander was thoroughly investigated and closed as not sustained. And they feel very strongly that, of course, that they investigated this and that these claims are unfounded. Now, this is the kind of case that could go to a jury, and it will be up to them to evaluate all of the facts. Due process is, of course, important in our legal system, and that has to play out here. There's always two sides to the story, but obviously, former Inspector Krebs feels very strongly that she was pointing out discrimination that was happening within Michigan State Police, and that when she did that, then everything turned on her, and she was put into not just a bad light, but retaliated against. These are very serious allegations, and someone who, according to her attorney and many who you speak with within Michigan State Police, was very well respected. Back to you, Taryn.
Well, Krebs had a very strong reputation within Michigan State Police Department. She worked there for a very long time, and it seems like if there's one person that goes forward and complains about systemic issues like this, there's likely more. Have there been other lawsuits similar to this?
Yeah, I've asked specifically Flood about that, and obviously that's something he's looking very closely at, because if others file, right, that bolsters his claims. I was privy to, I can tell you, a little bit of an interaction prior to the beginning of our formal conversation in which, you know, it's clear that other people have come forward here and expressed their concerns. Now, that's not the exact same thing as having a case like this lengthy complaint that outlines a lot of detail. For example, with Krebs, she said that she put forward some DEI, that's diversity, equity, and inclusion changes, to Lieutenant Colonel Grady, and that then he launched those initiatives without her, for example. I mean, these are very specific allegations. So whether or not that would then translate to other people who have come forward, unclear. But I can tell you for sure that Flood has heard from others who are alleging similar things. And I said, really similar things? He said yes. So time will tell about what those allegations specifically are. And you know, of course, the devil is in the details here.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, Hillary, for that report.